morning guys, welcome back to Gráinne's Home and Kitchen. So guys, today I'm going to make another recipe from my childhood. This is called toad in the hole, or some people call it egg in the hole, but my mum always called it toad in the hole. And it's absolutely delicious, and it's very simple. It's basically fried bread with an egg in the middle. Now we like our egg to be soft. Some people might prefer it to be hard, but I just wanted to go through it with you. As I say, there is nothing to this, guys. It is so simple and it's so delicious. And this is a great recipe to make for children because sometimes they might want to eat an egg, but this is kind of exciting. So you tell them it's toad in the hole. There's lots of other names for it, but that's, I think, typically what we call it in Ireland. So what are you going to need? You're going to need a thick bread. Now, if you don't have a thick bread, you can put two slices together. My mum would do that sometimes. Now, I sent my lovely husband to the shop for thick sandwich bread, and he's so good. You know what? He's just so good. Off he went, but he came back with garlic toast and he came back with brioche. Now, I think I'm going to use the brioche. Obviously, the garlic. I don't think the garlic toast would. It might taste actually amazing, but I think we'll just go with the brioche today. So, let me show you what to do. As I say, it's so simple, guys. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to take the brioche now. He bought it because it said thick slice, but the slices they're not that thick really. So I'm just going to use two slices. So what you do is you can take a cutter. If you haven't got a cutter, you can actually just pick out the center with your fingers. But I'm going to use this cutter because I'm actually going to fry up the little circle that comes out of it. And you can also eat that with your breakfast. Okay guys, so you're just going to take your cutter and you're going to cut through the middle. And as I say, I'm going to fry these up in the butter on the pan. So I'm going to do two of them. This actually will probably be very nice because brioche is actually good fried. So Ciara may have cottoned on to something. That actually reminds me of a funny story, guys. When I was in secondary school, I was doing home economics, and our home economics teacher was, what would I say? How would I say it nicely? She was a delight. She wasn't very nice to us. And we were making Scotch eggs, and it was my job to get the breadcrumbs. Well, of course, Gráinne brought in stuffing, like a pre-made stuffing mix. And she was like, oh my God, you can do nothing right. You always do it. Like, she was just not a nice person. But it turned out that wasn't it absolutely delicious. And she had to eat her words at the end, literally, and say, oh, well, actually, it looks like your mistake was, I can't remember how she put it, turned out to be okay in the end or something smart alecky, because that was her way. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to turn on our frying pan. We're going to get our butter and our eggs. Okay guys, we're going to put a generous amount of butter on the frying pan. Now, I actually made, it's a thin cut. Can you see it actually? It's a thin cut, but you want a generous amount of butter because you want the bread to be fried. If you don't have enough butter, it's just really going to be like toast, right? So put a nice piece of butter on. And then, guys, I have to advocate for free run eggs. I cannot buy anything but free run because I always think about the poor chickens. I know they're more expensive and my husband thinks I'm crazy, and you know what, they do taste better, and the yellows don't break as easy. Okay, so we're melting up our butter. Okay, so now our butter is bubbling, and I'm going to see, can I add both of them actually? So now I've added my two pieces of bread, and I'm going to just crack my egg into the middle. Now I'm also going to throw my little pieces there at the side. I like to throw these in because you can use them to mop up any egg yolk that spills on your plate. So waste not, want not. You don't have to do that. You can discard them if you like. Okay, I'm going to turn it down a bit because I don't want it to burn. And then we're just going to cook it until it's set here, and then we're going to flip it. Now we may add a little bit more butter, depends on how much butter the first side soaks up. Oh, I'm actually excited to have this. This is bringing me back to my childhood. Okay guys, now we're going to get in underneath your egg, and you're going to flip it over, and now it'll cook on the other side. Just add a little bit more butter. Take these two little guys out. Don't they look delicious? Now this actually smells like it is good. Okay. Alright guys, so now I'm going to take out the toad in the hole. We're going to serve it up on the plate. And I'm going to call in Kieran, and we're going to enjoy. Okay guys, so there is our toad in the hole. I'm just going to cut one open to show you. So let's cut through here. And actually the yolk is actually hard. I could have taken them out a little bit sooner. So guys, I hope you liked this video. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, that would be amazing. And if you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. Okay guys, I've given myself some ideas now with my Scotch eggs, so I may do that. And actually I'll also do some deviled eggs. So watch out for that coming in the future guys. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for your continued support.